having said all that, there is one thing before I get to our topic, John and Dr. Joy, that I just read about today in one of the many newspapers that I take a look at. And it was a recap about technology
Yes.
and specifically the mental health worries vis a vis social media, something that we have talked about a lot on the podcast, uh, something that we've mentioned about the U.S. Surgeon General, who gave a warning in May that there is not enough evidence to show that social media is safe for children and teens, and the Surgeon General called on tech companies, parents, and caregivers to take, quote, immediate action to protect kids now. The quote from Vivek Murthy, um, who told the Associated Press, Professor Joy, quote, we're asking parents to manage a technology that's rapidly evolving, that fundamentally changes how their kids think about themselves, how they build friendships, how they experience the world, and technology, by the way, that prior generations never had to manage. Here's the big thing that I would love your comment on. And we're putting all of that on the shoulders of parents, which is just simply not fair.
Not fair and not possible because the influence of social media and technology today is so overpowering that parents can only do so much. It's like, and you know, um, this has been the reality of life forever, where money talks. These technology companies have become so wealthy and so big that even though they're investigated, they are told that what you're doing is wrong, they can't do anything about it because they got so much power and money.
I
But
think,
JoyScore is going to change that. It's going to go head to head with technology, big companies like Facebook and Instagram, and we're going to go head to head with them because we're going to help those kids heal from depression and anxiety through JoyScore.
right, because, in a lot of families, both parents work. A child or children will come home to an empty house. What do? They turn to social media for attention, to talk.
Partly it may also be kind of convenient for parents to let the kids play with social media, whatever they want to.
Well, how many times have you seen going through a grocery store and the child in the little seat in the grocery store, and they've
Watching.
got,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, totally, totally. In fact, you know, so I was, when you were talking, I kind of did a little chart in my notebook, which shows kind of a reality of life where kids are being influenced at a very early age now. I was just having dinner the other day, and next table there was a couple with two kids, and the kids were like maybe 2 and 4, and they both had iPad or phone or something, and they're playing on it. I say, oh my God! I mean, look at it, 2-year old. So now think of it this way: that everybody out there, from 2-year old to 82-year old, is influenced by technology. But older the age group, less influenced they are. Younger, more.
Right.
So that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
So last month, Professor Joy, a former engineering director at Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, testified before a Senate subcommittee about social media and teen mental health, hoping to shed light on how Meta executives, including Mark Zuckerberg, knew about the harms Instagram was causing, but chose not to make meaningful changes to address them. And then just this month, the Federal Trade Commission has proposed sweeping changes to a decades old law that regulates how online companies can track and advertise to children, including turning off targeted ads to kids under 13 by default and limiting push notifications. So there are still a lot of issues going on with mental health and social media.